Hey YouTubers, welcome back to our Desert Have a Garden. It is the middle of August and we are in our high desert temperatures this time of year. Our temperatures exceed 115 during the day, and at night our lows are only cooling down into the low 100s. This is our aquaponics system, and you can see that everything is all but died off at this point. I think it's a combination of the heat in addition to an out-of-control aphid problem. I didn't get an early start on controlling it, and so we just got overrun by aphids. See if you can see them flying off. And these aphids just are crazy. If you immediately get onto the aphid problem and treat it with neem oil on both sides of the leaves in the very early stages, you're much more likely to get it under control and be able to save the plants. But as you can see, I wasn't diligent, and here we are. They suck the life out of the leaves. You can see how pale they are. You can see the dark green in the veins, but the leaf itself is all stripped of its color. What the aphids do is they suck the juice out of the individual cells of the leaves and take out all of that pretty green color, and in the meantime it kills the plant. So here we are with almost all dead. I'm going to trim some of it here in a bit, and I'll show you some of that. Everything hanging down, I'm going to trim all of that off and then trim back substantially. I want to keep something growing just to keep the filtration for the water and the fish. It keeps the fish healthy when we have lots of plants and filtration going on. This is the floating bed side, and this is a different type of melon. This over here was the Sleeping Beauty cantaloupe, and we had a lovely Sleeping Beauty cantaloupe forming, and again, that four-letter word, the rats. The rats attacked it, and right the day when it was ready, they bit right through into that shell. So again, another treat for the chickens, and we missed out on that one. But that was the only melon that came to be ripe on this plant. I will trim this back. There is one good thing happening over here. You see this taller plant. This is called Thai Red Roselle. And Thai Red Roselle is used for making teas. And I guess you can use the immature leaves as well in salads. You can eat these leaves. But you can even see the aphid problem over here. There's some of my fingers. I just rubbed them all off. You can see all those aphids. I'm going to continue spraying this with neem oil. I want to save this plant. It has a ways to go until it is completely mature. But the part that you use for tea is the plant puts off a flower. The flower blooms and the flower falls off, and then it creates a pod that holds the seeds. So that pod, you open it up and you extract the seeds and dry the pod. The pod is then steeped and used for tea. And I'm a big tea drinker. It is supposed to taste like a raspberry zinger, and I really want to try that. In addition to making teas, you can also use it to make cakes and jellies and other things that I really want to discover. So I'm going to try and rescue this plant and get this aphid problem under control. So that is Thai Red Roselle. And as that plant continues to grow, I hope to show you the different stages of its development. And over here, I don't think we'll be able to save anything, but again, we're maintaining these plants just for water filtration at this point. And we want to keep everything going until it cools off. Once it cools off, we will be planting our winter garden. And this floating bed, so over here's the floating bed, it's just styrofoam on top of water. And up here is where we plant all of our leafy greens for our salads. And so we'll do lots of different varieties of lettuces, as well as you can do kale and cress. Spinach doesn't grow in this bed. I haven't had any luck with it in aquaponics at all. But I'll be delighted to start out all of our winter vegetables. But you don't do that until the temperatures during the day stay below, I'd say, 80 degrees. Really around 75, because you don't want your lettuces to go bitter, and they do that with the least bit of heat. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates.